And welcome back to Movie Nerds. Question for you: is She-Hulk something that needed to be on Disney Plus? Is it something we all, wanting to see? Is in our bones to our skin? Do we need this show? We're gonna talk about the first two episodes. Come join us. All right, folks. Once again, I am Tom. I am your host today. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube and podcast on Movie Nerds. We tend to do a lot of reviews on TV shows, movies as well. Help me get to 100 subscriber. Right now, I'm at 77. I need help. And I'm going to echo the same thing. You can subscribe and not listen, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Okay. So let's get that out of the way. Anyways, and also just let you guys know, this is not the only podcast that I'm a part of. I'm actually a part of a very spiritual podcast that I started with my friend Dave Owen, and it's called A Simple Man's Gospel. And that's where we talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we kind of teach and kind of talk about some of the principles that we live by and that we believe to be true. And so you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere. It's called Simple Man Gospel, A Simple Man's Gospel. And
the Simple Man's Gospel.
The Simple Man Gospel.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me welcome my guests. First of all, welcome Aubrey back. How you doing, Aubrey?
Just dandy.
Jared might be joining us, but he won't be joining us because he watched She-Hulk because he didn't watch it because he doesn't like women.
Oh.
But
For
he will
shame,
be.
Jared.
That is not his reasoning. I will defend him while he's not here.
It's not. It's not.
You said you hate women.
Well, that too.
Oh, stop.
And we're also, folks, we have a celebrity at our hand here. My friend Dave Owen is part of a fan film that was created by one of our guests, James, who comes on this channel before. And James made a movie called A Star Wars Movie, and Dave is in this movie, well acting. Kind of.
No,
just kidding.
It's terrible acting.
No, there was some part that was very impressed. But we'll talk about it.
All right.
There's something in there that I'm like, okay, he could have gone a different direction. And I don't want to be mean, but I am going to critique this movie, and so we'll talk. But today we are going to do She-Hulk episode 1 and 2. Let me get it up right off the bat. Let me ask my panel: were you excited for this show? Jared. Aubrey, you go first.
No, I mean, it was Marvel, so I was gonna watch it, but I can't say that I was overly excited for it. I have low expectations for it, and I would say that they're meeting those expectations. But
okay.
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I have to watch this. It's more of like I don't have anything else to watch.
Wow, except for the House of Dragon, folks.
Oh, well,
go catch it.
Once again, not on my radar.
Oh my gosh. Except for the Lord of the Rings, which is coming up soon in like a week or so.
Oh, I know.
I might get to see it sooner than everybody else.
What?
Hey, I don't want to hear anything from you. Nothing.
Just wait. Anyways, more on that. Dave, let me ask you a different question. Was this show needed to be made?
With where Marvel's going, where Marvel's going, yes.
Okay.
As a fan, no.
Ouch.
No, so it's not that I'm not a fan of the character. I like the character. I have no problem with the character. And when it was announced, I was excited for it. But was it necessary to make a series just for She-Hulk? I say no.
Okay. I'm going to agree with both my panel. I don't think I have a lot of expectation like Aubrey, as well as I didn't think this series needed to be made, but I do agree with how it's going. It goes with what the MCU is is heading towards. I'm not saying, folks, that I don't like women in the lead role. If you talk to my wife, she would tell you differently. She thinks I hate women and I hate women.
You do.
I don't.
Misogynist.
I don't. I think there are things that are made, like I'm okay with, Black Widow. I'm okay with her having a movie, even though it was years too late, in my opinion. But other than that, WandaVision, I love Wanda. I think her show is still the best show for Disney Plus. It's more consistent and is never, I don't know. There was never really anything that make you question like what's going on and isn't. But let's talk about episode 1 really quick. Me and Aubrey did a review on this, but the video didn't work out. So we're gonna give a little brief at what we thought of episode 1, as well as Dave will tell you. Let me start off by saying this. I was bored for the first episode. I was not in, in fact, to be honest with you, I didn't say this in my last review. I fell asleep. I had to rewatch the episode because I felt like it was just not, like, for me, it further and confirmed the fact that they're neutering the Hulk character in the MCU. He's not the same.
Yeah.
He's not the same as the Hulk that we want. What was that one comic book series that he's in, the War on Planet Hulk or something?
Planet Hulk.
The Planet
I think
Hulk,
Planet Hulk is what it is. Yeah.
something like that, where he was really the best Hulk is Edward Norton Hulk. That's the best version of him.
I did like the nod to that, and
Yeah, so
that was a completely different person.
The issue I have with the first episode, and one thing only, and Aubrey already heard this, is that they basically saying that women are better than men because it took Hulk 10 years to learn how to control himself, to learn how to master his anger. It took She-Hulk 20 stinking freaking minute. Really, folks?
They are better, Tom.
They explained why, though.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Why. They threw that line in just for that they can keep it under 20 minutes, which is lazy in my opinion.
I'll give a nod to one of my coworkers who pointed this out. He's like, they completely ignored Bruce Banner's actual history.
Yeah.
The trauma that he experienced from his family.
Yep.
And like actual trauma. They totally ignored that.
And that's why, I don't like that factor. I don't like the fact that she can master being the Hulk within
but she didn't master being the Hulk. She mastered her anger, therefore she was able to control it better.
Okay,
but I agree. Like I agree with you, but I'm just like saying, like, what she said about like women, especially women lawyers, having to, everything she said, I was like, yeah, like we are told as women, if we are angry or if we're pushy, we are aggressive, or like it's too aggressive, or if we're like assertive, it's like that's too much. Everything is like, oh, but you should smile more, or you should be happy. Like literally, my whole life, what she said was very, I think, for women, and that's obviously who they were targeting with that speech.
Which I agreed.
Like that's gonna like resonate with women. That speech was, because it's like, it's true in a way. Obviously, everyone has a different experience, but it also depends on like your environment and your work life and all those types of things. So, whereas do I think that she should have been able to control her strength as the Hulk and all those types of things? No. Like, I feel like when the fact that, oh, her DNA makes it easy, she doesn't have another personality.
So I have another gripe. Can I gripe?
Yes,
go ahead. Can I gripe? So if we go back to the Avengers and Cap's like, now might be a good time for you to get angry.
I'm always angry.
And he's like, I'm always angry. That's my secret. All right. So, but we go to this character in She-Hulk and he's doing his dialectic behavioral therapy. Is that what it's called? DBT.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like dialectical behavioral therapy. He goes into this, which is a real thing. But that's to manage his emotions and his anger. But that wasn't what we were introduced to the Hulk in the MCU as.
No.
Right. as far as canon, right? They don't consider the Incredible Hulk canon. But
well, no,
Mark
they do.
Ruffalo, I guess they do.
though.
But Mark Ruffalo's character, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, when we're
Mhm.
introduced to him in the Avengers, he's like, I'm always angry. And it kind of takes away from that. It's a completely separate issue, right? He's managing his anger. So he's not always angry. He knows how to not be angry.
Yeah, I think you have to think about that though. That was probably just a line they threw out that they thought would be cool. It sounded from the Hulk, because never once has Mark Ruffalo's character actually been very angry.
Nope. And that's where the part where
that's not the Hulk. That's
no.
He's never once, like, he's always super mild mannered until somebody like pushes him slightly too far, and then all of a sudden he'll Hulk. But it's like that point, that was literally just the writers being like, "This is a cool line." It's nothing to actually Hulk.
The only time that usually him like angry Hulk is the second Avengers, the I call it the week of Ultron, because you only get a week of him. And so stupid. Change the damn freaking title. Anyways, so when he was manipulated by Scarlet with Wanda, and he went and like destroyed the entire town there.
Oh yeah, that was an angry Hulk.
That was an angry Hulk that we want to see more, but we don't get to see it because, sniff, sniff away. Just, Anyways, anything else about episode 1? Anything we like about it? I mean, I like the lead. I think she was fine. I don't think this show is as funny as people say it is. Everybody, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. I listen to a lot of movie news and stuff like that, and I don't see why everybody thinks this is funny and how great this show is. I think
there's some good humor.
I think it's okay. I don't think it's great according to like everybody else.
I think in the first episode, everybody just thought the whole like Captain America's virginity was so funny. And to me, I mean, it's funny, but it wasn't, I never actually once ever thought about that. Ever. It was never something that was important to me to know in the MCU, if he was a virgin or not. So, but I think the Hulk was my favorite part, simply because he's the character that we're used to seeing now, and he had some funny things like, like when she did master things like super quickly, and he was like, well, let's rip out these, this whole chapter of his like whole big long like book essentially that he wrote about his journey and stuff. But I don't know. I was telling Jaron today, because Jaron was just asking me about it, and I was just telling him today, I'm like,
I was not intrigued by it at all. I was just curious. Curious.
Anyway.
Okay.
I just told him it feels fluffy. Like this is a fluff piece that they wanted to do so that they could have the She-Hulk later on. They're 20-minute episodes if you really look at it. The whole recap was almost like, I think it was like,
so is it a sitcom? Is that what this would be?
It's paid to
genre
be. It's Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal in the MCU. Is that what it is?
It's really how it feels. It just feels very fluffy, and like just right when you're actually getting interested into the show, it's over. You have to wait till next week.
See, I haven't even watched it. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Thank you.
Oh,
I just feel like I feel annoyed that they're not longer episodes, because I feel like there could, like, what is the point? There's only going to be 8 of them. Literally, you could watch the whole thing in probably 2 hours if they keep up with these really short episodes. This is
the issue where I have is like, these guys aren't cutting it like a TV show. That they don't know how to cut scenes from people who's been, like Disney never really. I mean, if you go back to even the beginning of WandaVision, a lot of times when you watch WandaVision, the editor of that show cuts off perfectly where it's supposed to end. Because a sitcom or even a show, there's supposed to be the beginning, a struggle, and then the resolution of that episode. But you can still continue to have sprinkle on what the whole overview of what the show is about. But they don't do that with here. You get the struggle, and then you leave there for like just for that instant. And so I think, to me, that's the issue with these people. They don't know how to edit this thing, and it's kind of like killing the show. And so Hold on. Okay, let's actually move on to we're done with episode 1, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, women are better than men. That should be the
women
title.
are better than men.
Anyways,
Well, as
let's-
long as you really learned your lesson.
I know. So let's go to episode 2. What is the episode title? Of episode 2 called? I don't even remember.
I think it's Superhuman Law.
Okay, so I actually enjoyed this episode a little bit better, only because of what's his name that comes in late? Tim Roth.
Emil, yeah,
Yeah,
Blonsky.
Alansky, who plays Abomination. All right, not abominable. I call it abominable for some reason.
Abomination.
Abomination. So you get this struggle of her being the Hulk, getting fired, and then all of a sudden she can't find a job, which I do agree with her. That's discrimination. She can sue any of those people, but but then she comes across this guy who was the lawyer who was going against her in the first episode, the ending of it. By the way,
it was the company that she was building a case against. Yeah.
By the way, the ending of the first episode was really bad. It was
so terrible.
Yeah, terrible. So the way they did it. And anyways, so she gets hired, but then she gets hired to represent Abomination. And then there's some jokey jokes go there, and then just like you said, Aubrey, they find out what he did and they cut that's the end of the freaking. This is such a bad place to be ending a show, in my opinion. But anyways, what did you guys think of the second episode? We'll start with you, Dave.
So here's all I could think. She-Hulk, the name, we're okay with that, but we're not okay with Lady Thor. That's not okay. But She-Hulk is okay. She-Hulk is fine. That's what I thought for pretty much the whole thing. But at the end, I had to go back and watch that scene from Shang-Chi at the underground fight club. And I was like, I just had to watch that scene. And when Wong brings Emil Blonsky back to the cell, it is the actual cell that we see him in. So there's some good continuity between phase 4 projects. So I was happy to see that. And I like that connection into a phase 4 movie. So I did enjoy that. I enjoyed the jokes about haikus and the nod to Ed Norton being a completely different person back then.
Literally.
Yes. Yeah. So it was fun.
I enjoyed that joke, by the way. There was different person. So what about you, Aubrey? Anything you like about this episode?
Didn't like?
No, that you liked.
Oh, I liked.
Sorry.
I would agree with you. I was pleasantly surprised that I would say just as entertained with it as I was in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that she struggled, because it was going to be annoying if they went the other route, because there was 2 routes they could have gone. She could have been famous and big and the best lawyer ever, or she could have been fired and struggled, and being fired and struggling was the more realistic option. So I liked that they did that. And then for the other lawyer guy to come back and say, like, hey, you had a great case, but anyways, like, long story short, like, I'm gonna hire you now because I'm the one that got you fired. I feel as I said, I just feel like this is it's all very fluffy, as in, like, it's not necessary, and they probably could have done it as a movie and it might have been better.
I agree with you on that one.
Do you think do you think they thought a She-Hulk movie wouldn't sell well?
I don't really know.
I know it wouldn't, especially with how the story is and how it's pretty much pretty woke if you would think about it. And I don't know if that sells well. Not yet. It will be because later on in the episode, I have a feeling it's going to go that route. What route, though? That I think it's just political stuff and social issues that will go in there that will not be good. Not to me, I would still watch it, but a lot of people might not like
direct. It'll either be overt or covert. So there's going to be some like superhero like covert reference to some kind of identity politics, or it's going to be completely overt.
So I have a confession. I never saw the Norton Hulk.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen highlights when he's like, wait, maybe this isn't the same one, but when he's jumping through the desert.
No, that's Hulk. That's
That's
Ang
not-
Lee. That's
that's Ang
Eric
Lee.
Bana. That's
I was watching
not
that
part of
and I
the
was like,
MCU.
this one is
That's
terrible.
that's separate.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, to be honest though, that Hulk is better than this Hulk, in my opinion. It was more meaning.
More of
yeah.
a Hulk, yeah.
Yeah, so I liked that they did give enough background on the Abominable and Hulk thing,
He was the best. He was the best part of this episode.
but like what he was saying in what Abominable was saying in the cell, like I thought I was gonna be a hero, and I don't really know if that's like actually true.
Well, yeah, he believes that he was going to be a hero. He believes that he was doing the right thing, and in that movie, it does
Well, but
depict that.
if it really was the government that,
Yep, and it was.
It was.
see, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, hey, he actually has a solid case there, you know.
But he did take upon him, like he said, they keep pumping him in with all that injection. Technically, that's not true. He wanted those. He wanted it himself.
So they did what? 2? They did 2 to enhance him,
to
and
enhance
then
him.
he went
He
for
went.
for another one, and he wanted what Banner had,
Banner had,
which
and
is
it
where the abomination came in.
came from. Yeah.
God.
So go back and watch it. It's a good.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
should watch
really.
it.
It's a good
Yeah,
movie.
It's making me more interested to watch it just to like
Yeah.
learn more of like the background of things. But
Was Brad Pitt in that one as well?
No,
No.
that's a different movie,
Oh,
different fighting. Sorry,
okay.
that's also a really good movie.
anyways, I
Uh,
did like this. I was pleasantly surprised, but as I said, I just feel like it could have been a movie
Yeah.
with how short these episodes are, and then it could have been like a one and done. But
Could have been a Marvel one shot.
yeah, like because I mean, you hate Captain Marvel, and I feel like I feel like this is kind of on
I
that
think-
same level a little bit.
Eh,
Whereas it could have been.
It-
but
feel like
She-Hulk is
personally-
actually having a struggle though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
She's
like-
actually having like real challenges, life challenges that she's dealing
thing,
with.
like Captain Marvel actually would have made maybe a better series, and She-Hulk would have been maybe made a better movie. So like I don't know.
I think Captain Marvel would have been better if it was never made.
Such a feat.
Mhm.
But anyways, I don't know.
Oh.
Like I said, I think it's good. It's getting better. So
Okay.
I still think they should have released the first 2 episodes at the same time.
Yes, I agree
And
with you.
then
on
I
that one.
think I would be feeling different
I think
about it.
I haven't watched it, but these past series of the Marvel and the episodes are so short. Why can't they make it like The Boys, where they're hour-long episodes? So then you can actually enjoy the episode, get to know the characters and the storyline.
And like big things happen
And
in
big
every
things
episode,
happen.
and you're excited to see what happens next. Like I kind of
We talked about it. I mean, The Boys. I mean, it's not a family-friendly show, but
Did you see the
It's-
first episode of the 3rd season?
yeah, we've
oh,
watched all of
we've
them.
watched.
I wouldn't say we actually saw all of that episode. There was a
No.
lot of fast forwarding
Yeah, there's a
and
little-
like moving forward.
Did-
But other than that,
You don't have to confess, but did you watch the beginning of that episode, of the first one?
the very first episode of
No, of season 3.
The first episode of
oh yeah,
I was grossed out.
that was gross.
Oh, now I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. I couldn't
But
remember.
anyways, but with the boys, we were talking about, we're like, I mean, it's superhero and it's kind of DC-ish in a
Mhm.
way,
a little dark.
but we think that it blows these past Marvel series way out of the water.
I think
The
they need
past-
better. I think they need better writers.
Have you
I
seen
agree.
Dave at all?
No, I haven't seen The Boys at all.
Okay.
It's been recommended to me.
I mean, it's
It's good, but it's
a little
it's a
overkill.
lot.
Like
think that-
gore, sex.
that-
Both.
Honestly,
okay.
Gore's fine.
the
Swearing
sexual,
fine. It's the
the sexual nature of it, I
Yeah,
think,
there's
is
a-
excessive, and I think
Is it
that they could-
gratuitous?
Yes, exactly. It's unnecessary.
To be honest,
like they could cut
where
things, you know.
There's a title, Dave, Herogasm.
yeah, but the
That's a
people,
term that they use in this series is herogasm.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
but there's the people, the writers that came up with some of these episodes.
Oh, are we still there?
Yeah.
We're here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
We're here.
she exited.
I accidentally did something.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Well, anyways,
Let's move on.
Oh,
Anyways.
we're back.
there we go. Okay, so I do agree. I wish it was like The Boys. I mean, even though besides the, you know, the profanity, the sex, and all that stuff,
Take out all that.
take out all that. Great writing, great writing, great
Amazing
acting,
storytelling.
a storytelling.
Acting.
Same thing with Stranger Thing.
Mm.
I mean, it was 2 hours almost, and it was still watchable.
Yeah.
So good. And so I wish that okay. I like this episode as well. I thought it was funny. I liked Tim Roth as he came as an abomination. I do have a theory though that this is why it's gonna happen. Do you remember in the beginning, in the last episode, the ending, the scene when they're in the courtroom and that girl busts in the courtroom? Guys, that is part of her working with this company.
Oh, for sure.
I think somebody set that up to happen so that she could turn to the Hulk, and that she was going to get fired, and she was going to.
I feel like even her best friend has got to be in on something, because her friend gave her
maybe.
She was like, "Hey, now's the time," and I'm like, "Oh, was that like actually a good thing for a best friend to do? Like, hey, you need to reveal your biggest secret right now." Like, I get that she did it so that people wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah.
But to have your friend just be like, "Hey, now's your time." That's weird to me. That's so weird. Give up as a female, talking to a female as your other best friend. No. You don't tell your best friend in a courtroom on the job that you've been the most excited about and you're very stressed about. You don't tell her like, "Hey, you should reveal your biggest secret." That's a good idea.
I agree.
I think
so. It's a setup. So somehow it's going to come back and reveal that she's been set up to become She-Hulk, and that this was all set up for her to be to where she is. I love the fact that Wong will come back and he's the connective tissue in all this phase 4. He's the Stan Lee in that sense, a cameo and come. I love the fact that he's going to come in and explain why he did what he did. I thought this is going to be cool. Hopefully we'll see Daredevil soon, because I think his character should. I hope they don't butcher his character like they did with the Hulk, because I love him in the Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, he's in it. And so another cool thing is the post-credit scene was pretty funny. I thought that is, but the ending was it, or not the ending, when she was talking to the Hulk and he was in the spaceship.
Oh yeah.
So there's been speculation of where he's going and why he's going, and will we ever see smart Hulk back? There's theories out there that this is the last time we'll see a smart Hulk.
You think we're going to get Planet Hulk next?
I think we're going to get Planet Hulk. But here's a reason why I don't think we will. I hope we will. Is that if you read that storyline, he was betrayed by the Illuminati, and the Illuminati basically captured him and threw him into space. And so he was betrayed by them. And then he came on this planet, became a slave. And then he worked himself up to be rose up to be
as a gladiator to earn his freedom.
And he actually take over that planet, and he ended up marrying a girl, but that girl betrayed him too. And so, and then, you get all these betrayal, but so I don't know if you're going to get it because of the storyline.
What happened in Ragnarok though?
No, because he was never
he crash landed.
Yeah.
And
so we got some part of that, but I don't know if they're going to go full blown like what the comics. Now I get it. Comics are comics, movies are movies. They're two different things. And so, but we'll see what happens. I think it should be interesting that who called him? Where did that shift come from?
Who was flying the ship?
Is he
like you said?
No, I think this is my theory. I think he's being summoned to be a judge for a certain movie that we watched earlier this year.
A judge.
A judge.
Oh, I feel like it would be like Captain Marvel.
No, the Eternals.
Oh.
Because remember what's his name? The ending, he says, "Well, I would judge to see if this planet is worth the saving." Maybe he's being summoned as to explain why this planet should be saved. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there because they're gonna have to connect the Eternal somehow, and him going to the space. That's the space issue, and I think that might be the reason why he's gone. I don't know. Just throwing it out there, folks.
Okay.
Because none of the movies has really connected to Eternal except for Thor and Love and Thunder. But even then, it's just kind of like
that's just a passing reference.
It's like, but this one might be connected to that somehow and bring it back to ground. So, anyways, anything we didn't like about this episode? I don't think I have anything. I thought the fact that it was just too short.
I think I already shared my gripe.
Yeah. So
She-Hulk, Lady Thor.
Anyways, folks, let us know what you think of episode 2. Did you like it? Did you like better than the first one? What you think of the series so far? Or maybe you can answer the question I asked in the beginning of this podcast: is that was this necessary to was this show needs to be made? Was it necessary? Did you want it? Were you excited about it? So let us know down below. But before we go, I want to show something. See if can you see it?
We can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if you can hear it. Let's see if we can hear it.
There it is.
Dave, are those real guns? Man, load it up. Pew pew.
Dang.
That was just a snip of what you get to see, folks. If you want to check this out, you can type in Star Wars movies. I will put the link down below on my YouTube channel, and you can click on it. It is a fan film which was made by James Ito, one of our guests here, and I want to give a little review. So I thought this, remember, this is a fan film. It's very low budget. In fact, it's probably free.
No budget. Well,
no budget.
he spent money on the props and food for us.
Okay, so there's some budget, and this has been in the making for how long? Probably I would have James come on next time and do an interview. But
so we started doing script reads. He started casting it. It was almost a year ago.
Okay.
He started casting roles, just basically asking friends if they could do it. He set a schedule, confirmed with friends that they could film on the schedule. We did script reads last fall and winter, and then we filmed in April.
Okay.
Where was our invite?
Jaren is an amazing actor.
I believe it. It's probably better than me.
Let's go.
When you watch it, guys, you'll see.
So I'm gonna be honest. I can't be fake. And if James doesn't want to be my friend anymore, it's okay.
Oh, he's just passionate.
I know.
He wants critical. He wants a critical view on this. He does.
I'm coming from a fans film, and I've seen a lot of fans film. I've seen Jamie Costa as Obi-Wan. If you guys have, it is a great fan film, but he had a budget of $100,000, so it's a little different. So right there, I'm not gonna rate it or put it on that same level, because if I give James $100,000 to do a fan film, I'm pretty sure he can do as good as Jamie Costa, because you need that money to be able to do certain effects. And so I thought this fan film was okay. I liked it. I thought there's certain things, there were a beginning, I couldn't hear the dialogue. That's one thing I was hoping that maybe maybe next time if he continues to do another fan film, that the dialogue has to be a little bit louder. You can hear it after the music went away, and you can hear you guys talking. And I love the fact that you guys incorporate the Disney Plus thing and transport yourself into that realm. I thought that was so clever. That part I loved, and the fact to bring you guys in the middle of the battle, I thought that was really clever. And to let's be real, like you guys should have died a couple of times.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'll let it go because stormtroopers can't hit a target worth the save their life.
I tried to ad lib some of that, but he didn't. I was gonna say, oh, thank goodness for Stormtrooper Abe. He wouldn't let me.
I would have liked that line because you would have been like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
I think you're the strong. There was one scene. I don't know his name. He's the African American Nick.
Oh, Nicholas. Yeah.
Nicholas. There was one scene that bothered me, and James, if you might, this might be the editor part or the directing part, but when you guys got to the field, and you guys got away from the stormtrooper, and you guys are sitting down and talking. There's one where he was like talking really soft, and then the next thing he starts screaming. I'm like, wait, what? That part was kind of off because that wasn't the same tone as the last scene that he was freaking out, but the way he was talking in the first frame, he was like, oh, he was calm, and then all of a sudden just goes crazy, like, scream. Yeah. I was like, okay, that part didn't work for me. Your other friend, the one with the glasses that has
Nate.
I'm sorry, he's my favorite man.
Everybody loved his character.
When he went crazy and like just start going. I do wish that when he was punching the stormtrooper, James, this is more of
the camera angle. Yeah,
the camera angle, and I really wish he would have hit him. I understand it would be hard, but you can tell that it was not really connecting. That's the only thing that I have gripe with when what's his name?
Nate.
Yeah, he's Nate. You're my favorite, bro. You went crazy. I love that part. Of course, Dave. You were really good, and thanks. You were, basically, I think you were in the wrong movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get you were the military stuff and stuff, but that's not Star Wars. That's like Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
That's like other military movie, because it kind of took me out a little bit. Because I was like, okay, am I watching Star Wars or am I watching Saving Private Ryan or Band of Brothers? Or it's like, it's just different. So for me, that's the only thing that I grabbed with your character, was you belong in a different movie. So,
I think that was part of the gimmick of it. Yeah.
And it might work for someone. And for me, it kind of took me out of the film a little bit. And so, but all in all, I thought it was good. I thought you guys did a great job. I thought there was the girl throwing the rock at the Mandalorian. I thought that was funny. And so look, you got it's a good start. I never made a film, guys. I'm not don't come at me.
This was all shot on an iPhone, by the way. With just an external mic. That's part of the reason that the audio was kind of tough. Yeah, the dialogue. So we're like, we gotta figure out how to get a boom mic when we do another one. So he's already looking for ways to improve. Good. Well, I hope you're not angry with me, James. There's just a little bit of critique there for you, but go check his film out. It's called a Star Wars movie. I will put the link down below, and you guys can check him out if you like it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a place where you can donate money for him to make the next one. I know there's people that's done that, and so. For a fans film, but if I were to rate this, I'd probably give this 7 out of 10. Oh, that's pretty good. So it's not bad. I enjoyed it for what it is. But remember, I'm not comparing to Jamie Costa's film, was he had a budget. Yeah. And so go check him out. I think he has a production. It's called like a half Japanese guy production. Anyways, folks, I want to thank you. Thanks, Aubrey, for staying around and listen. Go check. Maybe you can go check that out and then see how you feel about our next review. And so
we'll watch it and then Jared will have something to talk about.
we had a lot of fun making it.
Maybe Jared should watch the Shehulk so he can say something,
Nah. Maybe I'll have him in the room when I watch the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
And and
You
then
can talk
he'll
about it.
at least catch snippets of it.
And all right, guys, thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to my guests Aubrey, Jared, and Dave. Next week we'll come back for episode 3, and hopefully it's a banger. Anyways, folks, don't forget to subscribe and be kind.